Hello you all, welcome back to my channel. This is Sheba and I'm on here to share some cards that I created for hashtag Satmore Makes that is hosted by Jill Norwood here on YouTube. I'm pretty sure a lot of you are all familiar with who Jill is, but in case you're not, I will have the link to her channel in the description box down below. And I hope that you're all having a pretty great weekend. I also want to say congratulations to you, Jill, for your release of your 2 primitive stamps. They are so beautiful. I'm so happy for you, and I wish you much success on your new journey. I did order my stamps this early this morning, so I'm very glad I was able to get those ordered and cannot wait to receive them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started and share with you all what I use to create my 4 cards with. This is mostly all my Creative Time items, you guys, because since I hadn't, crafted in 2 years, I've missed out on a lot of things, but I'm kind of playing catch up, getting things that I want to have in my stash, and of course, use them. So that is my goal this go around, is to use the items that I have, new and old. So I'm going to share with you all the paper pads. So the first paper that I use is the Ginger Chefs, and I use these 2 right here, I believe. And then I also use the Christmas Gingers, and I use several from this paper pad. And I also use the Christmas Ginger Kisses too, and I use several from that paper pad from my Creative Time, okay? And then the items that are not Creative Time, my Creative Time, I use the Tailored Expressions Snowfall embossing folder. If you can see the embossing, so I use that. And then I also use this rectangular stitched die that I use a lot on my cards. And then I use from Jill's favorite stamp set from Peachy Keen, which I didn't mention, but her stamps are being, Jill's stamps, her 2 primitive stamp sets are being sold under Peachy Keen's umbrella. So that is so awesome. So I did use this stamp face right here, again from Jill's favorite stamp set. Okay, and then I used the Giant Girl Ginger, and you guys, I had so much fun creating these cards. I really did. And then I used the Giant Ginger. So I made 2 boy and 2 girl ginger cards. And then from the fancy slider die, I did use this large rectangle die here just for the layering of my card front. And then I used the large prim heart die. And then I also use the pretty scallop large prim heart. I use that. And then I use the pretty scallop rectangle frame die. I also use the peppermint candy dies. I use a small size, these 2. And then I also use the sweet candy cane die 2. And I use the small size of this one. And then I use the Jingle All the Way die and stamp set, and it says, I use a stamp that says, "Oh, Christmas Treats." So I use those. And then the layering pieces for the Giant Ginger dies that I use the Giant Ginger accessory die. This was so much fun to create with you guys, so much fun. And then I also use the Giant Girl Ginger Mrs. Claus die. And the last that I use is the small bowl die. So those are the items that I use to create my cards with. So let me just move some of these items out the way. Okay. All right, so here is the first, sorry about the noise, I just bought my camera. Sorry about the noise if you hear that crazy sound. So this is the first card that I created. And this is using the Boy Ginger die. So this is that from that fancy slider die. This is just to give my card, to layer my card. And then here is my Giant Ginger Boy. And then I used the face from the set. And I did use some white Jelly Roll pen to highlight his eyes like Jill does. I used some Nuvo Glitter Drop for the icing of the hair and on the icing of the spatula, which is that Jingle All the Way spatula that says, "Oh, Christmas Treats." And then we got a little bow with a bling in the middle. And then I have the little buttons that come with one of the die sets. And I did use some white twine to make it look like a real button. And then here is the bowl die with a little heart. And then I cut out the little ginger cookies to put in the bowl. Well, I'm using them as cookies to put in the bowl, like he's making cookies. And then I used the Jelly Roll pen to kind of highlight the faces. Really cute. And then I did use some white or clear bling stickers from my stash from Dollar Tree. And then this is the background paper from that paper pad. So I kind of just try to use the colors to kind of go with the colors in the paper pad, or the paper here. So yeah, so that is this first card. And then this is the inside. And I just use a strip of that same paper that I use on the layering here on the inside. And so that is the first card. And then the second card, and I'm probably gonna get this to my grandson. And then the second card is this boy, Ginger Boy. And he's got the nightcap on with a little red pom-pom and his little bunny slippers on, which is super cute. I love this card as well. Really cute. And he's got the book that says The Night Before Christmas. And these cards are sprayed with glitter spray. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I sprayed all the cards with glitter spray. Really cute. And then this little bow is not glued all the way down. He's got the little red bling in the middle. And then I did the same thing for these buttons. Put the little white twine in there to make it look like a real button. And then highlighted his eyes with the white Jelly Roll pen. So that is that card. And I think I showed you the inside yet. This is the inside of that card using that rectangular stitch die. Okay. Let me move the stuff to the side so I can have some room. Okay. So those are those two cards. And then the next card is using the giant ginger girl, giant ginger girl die. And so I made this card, which is super, super cute. So she has a little bow in her hair. And this is from the Mrs. Claus die. And I put the little flower button here with some pink twine through the button. We have some little primitive hearts here in the corner. And then she's holding a little music note that says fa la la. And then she's got some little rosy cheeks with the little gold glasses. I did highlight with my white Jelly Roll pen, you know, her eyebrows, and then right above her eyelashes. And then I did use the music note that came with the stamp set from one of the die sets as she's singing from the heart. So yeah, so that is this card. And again, they all have the icing, like the hair and the little part on the sleeve and the bottom of the dress has the Nuvo glitter drops on it to give it some sparkle along with the glitter spray. And then I did use the Tailored Expressions embossing folder to emboss her dress, because it kind of looked plain, just, you know, with the pink cardstock. And then I did use the pink cardstock here, and then the blue with the white polka dot paper from one of the paper pads at the bottom. And then we have the pretty scallop die on top of that, which I think it turned out really cute. So yeah, so that is that card. And then I use that pretty scallop die on the inside and just a strip of the paper on the side that I use here. So that is that card. Really, really cute. And then my favorite card, you guys, is this card right here. And I did ink them with some Distress Tim Holtz ink just to kind of distress it somewhat. So yeah, I did that. And so here's my favorite card. And so again, I used the paper from the paper pad, and then I use that prim stitched heart with the scallop heart tucked behind her with the real pretty heart candy canes. So that's where I got the theme of using the peppermint and the candy canes as my, like she's a candy cane girl. And so she's got the little bow with the bling, and then she's got her little puffy collar, and then she's got the little flower buttons, also with the white twine to make it look like real buttons. And then here is the face that I used from Jill's favorite stamp set from Peachy King. So yeah, so that is that card. Love the way that turned out. And then that's the inside. So those are my cards that I created for hashtag Sapmore Makes. Again, hosted by Jill Norwood here on YouTube. And if I didn't mention these cards, this is the larger card than the other three. I don't know if I mentioned that or not, just to say. But yeah, this card is a little bit larger. But these are my 4 cards I created for Hashtag Satmore Makes, again, hosted by Jill Norwood. And again, Jill, congratulations on the release of your 2 new stamps. Again, if you all don't know, sold by PG King on their website. So, yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. You all have yourself a great weekend, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye, you guys.